So today I want to show you what I think is one of the most innovative parts of Kiev, or slowly becoming to be. And this is the unit area, right? This is the unit kind of, they have co-working here, they have a cafe, they have a bunch of offices. And I am here in kind of the initial stages, right? Because if you go that way, you have this cafe, really good cafe, really good food, and we're gonna go there in a second. I'm gonna show you more areas over here, but all around me, as you can see, they're building more stuff, right? These are gonna be apartments. They have more apartments that are happening, and their plan is kind of to grow this whole area, right? So they're gonna have a lot of apartments, they're gonna have offices, cafes, trainings. They even have, here it says this is only for electro cars that they can charge and all that. And when it comes to Kiev, you kind of have really, three types of buildings, three types of developments, three types of areas, I can say. You have the center, which is very nice. You have these old buildings there, kind of this historical, pre-revolutionary, that kind of thing. And then you have these old Soviet-style buildings, away from the center, these panelkas, Khrushchevkas, what we call it, when you think about Soviet Union. And the third type is the office buildings, right? These are a little bit more modern. You have these office parks, you can rent an office there for your company, you can, some have co-workings, but you don't really have something like this, right? You don't really have campuses. This is probably, I believe this is like the first real campus here. And you have this food truck there, burgers and salads. You have a cafe here, which is actually pretty good. Really good food, actually, very nice. As you can see, it looks like a container, and it says unit home. And this is what it's gonna look like when it's all done. This is what's gonna look like, and I gotta admit, this is gonna look amazing, but who the hell knows when this is gonna be built? Because here in Ukraine, they have a habit of starting it and really taking their time and not really finishing it. But if they do build it, it's gonna look incredible. As you can see, this is what it's gonna look, very modern. These big windows, this big, amazing, right? Absolutely. If they do build it, it's gonna be, one of the best developments in Kiev and probably all of Ukraine. And so that's kind of what we have. There's some office building there, and so, like I said, this is really the only finished part here, right? You have an area here. I believe it's all non-smoking, which is actually pretty cool as well. And they got a building there that's B8 or something. They got B8, they got another building here. And beyond that building, they have a bunch of office buildings. This is probably an office building as well. And then one of them, there's some co-working. And this is where I like to come a few times a week, I guess, just to change things around, change the scenery, and do a little bit of, get myself out there. Because I work from home a lot. I work from coffee shops. And they got bike rentals, they got these scooters, which are all over city. And what's nice about this place is that if you don't live that far, you can just grab a scooter. They typically have a ton of them. They have another, like, kind of this coffee shops here. And they got another food truck. Food trucks are an invasion. They are conquering the world. So we got a food truck over there. And they got a couple of other buildings. I'm gonna show you the truly finished part, the truly promising part. There's the building B9, and as you can see, it's very modernly designed. And I believe that might be some apartments or a parking lot or whatever. They got like ping pong tables here. Very, as you can see, very modern, right? No Soviet or anything like that. They got this chessboard here, chess pieces and all that. This is a little area just to hang out. And they even have a little workout area over there, which is very common throughout Ukraine and ex-Soviet Union countries. And this right here is the finished part. This right here is the really finished part. As you can see, they typically have a lot of presentations, a lot of things. Companies rent this area out to do presentations, stuff like that. And here's another office building beyond me. I have no idea what's over there. Probably some companies renting offices there. Over there they have some swings, kind of some green stuff, really cool. And right there is the co-working, right? So we're gonna go in. I'm gonna show you a little bit of the co-work. I'm gonna check it out. You're gonna have a look at what it's like. They have another office here. And so here's the co-working. And so this is what the co-working looks like right here. Some rest areas. And this is kind of the main area right here. This is where people work. You have some couches, stuff like that. This is where people chill. This is where I typically work. And so you can work over here, or you can work down here if you want. And they got this area for presentational purposes. So you can grab any place here, you can work, and then they got upstairs offices there as well. Now, it's worth mentioning that this area, before they decided to buy it and build it out, there was pretty much nothing here. It might have had a couple of abandoned Soviet buildings, or this could have been, something that wasn't really making money. And I view this as very, very positive, because in Kiev, unfortunately, there's a lot of rundown buildings, there's a lot of open space, there's a lot of random fields, even in the center or close to the center, that are a little out of place for a city the size of Kiev. And so this is actually a good thing. So hopefully, and obviously what you're looking at right now is just the beginning, right? You're looking at the initial stages, and hopefully this is going to expand. And I think the company that started this, they have plans to repeat the whole thing in another part, in another area. And hopefully this is going to be, something new. In any case, we're going to go in and we're going to check out the cafe. We're going to see what it's like, maybe get a bite to eat, see if we can get something delicious, and show you the rest of this place after that. So this place is full. We're gonna have a seat over here, enjoy a little bit of some fountains or some body of water down there. So we got the pasta, and this is actually pasta with seafood is probably one of the best dishes of this type I've had in Ukraine. So actually, me and Marina actually order this sometimes from to delivery to our apartment because it's so good. But whenever I come here, this is what I have. And then I got this Chinese pu'er tea, which is awesome as well, with this complimentary Johnny Rocket milk, whatever, little waffle thing, wafer thing, which is also a nice touch.
Leaving this place.
And this was the damage, 285 hryvnia for really good pasta and some tea. So that's around a little bit more than $10.
maybe 11 bucks, maybe 10.50. So not bad at all, I would say.
All right, I got some work done. Felt a little bit productive. Now I gotta run some errands, get a couple of other things finished, do some things at home, maybe hit the gym later, we'll see. But anyway, regarding the space, this is actually really nice. And like I said, this is the most innovative thing I've seen in Kiev. I have not seen anything similar. And so I really hope they realize this. I really hope they build out all these apartments, because if they do, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna look really, really good. And I guess we will just wait and see how this project is gonna turn out in the next, 5 years, or whenever they're planning to finish it up.
Зависимо от того, сколько времени будет. Ну да, это нет, ну бензин можно, наверное.
Изменит, прислушивался прям.
Leaving this place, the sun's about to break. You're riding shotgun, the feeling we chase. I'm wide awake, take me away now.